Adam Bennefield, a person of interest in the death of Keaira Hudson. Just to clarify, police identify the victim as Keaira Bennefield. You may have heard that. She was married to Adam, but family members tell me that she did not use his last name. Police say Hudson was shot and killed in her vehicle near Shawnee and Richlawn Wednesday morning. Her family tells 7 News she left the house yesterday wearing a bulletproof vest, knowing she was in danger. Right now, Adam Bennefield is not in custody, but he has already spent years in prison. Bennefield was convicted on attempted kidnapping charges in 2000. He was in prison for 15 years, granted parole in 2015. The conditions for his parole expired 2 years later.
The 7 News I-team also uncovered new charges that were filed against Bennefield earlier this week. The Erie County District Attorney's Office tells us Bennefield was arraigned on several charges on Tuesday. That was 1 day before Hudson was killed. Those charges include assault, criminal mischief, menacing, unlawful imprisonment, and harassment. The DA's office also tells us these were all misdemeanor charges, and he was released because these offenses do not qualify for bail.
And we've been doing a lot of research on this. That is not, of course, sitting well with Hudson's family. We are bringing you team coverage of a story that we first shared with you yesterday. Olivia Proya is live in Cheektowaga, where police just gave an update on the case a few minutes ago. But we begin with the questions and concerns about why Adam Bennefield is still a free man.
This is just crazy because a lot of domestic violence been going on, especially with females, and the police are not doing anything. The courts are not doing anything.
Montasia Jeter says the system failed her sister, Keaira Hudson. Keaira was shot and killed in front of her 3 children Wednesday morning. Jeter says Hudson was in an abusive relationship with her husband, Adam Bennefield, who has a lengthy criminal record. His most recent arrest, Tuesday, he was arraigned and released.
They knew that this man was a criminal. They should have never let him out in the first place.
Andrew Hodge is the victim's ex-boyfriend and father of one of the kids in the SUV the day Hudson was killed. Hudson's family believes bail reform is to blame. I spoke with New York State Assembly Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes, who is a strong supporter of bail reform.
At the end of the day, bail reform is about not incarcerating people prior to a trial. There's a lot of things they could have done with that gentleman besides let him go.
But the clerk for the Cheektowaga judge that did let him go tells our I-team Judge James Spire's hands were tied because of bail reform, saying the charges, all misdemeanors, were non-qualifying offenses. The victim's family says they won't stop until justice is served. They say there were numerous warning signs, including a video posted on social media appearing to show Keaira being physically abused.
She just bought a bulletproof vest 2 days ago, posted it on Facebook.
And she took a picture in it last night and said, if this isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is. Buffalo Police Department. Nobody did anything. Nobody has been doing anything.
And now she mentioned the police. Now the captain of the Cheektowaga Police Department speaking moments ago, saying his officers did all they could legally. He says a domestic violence advocate was working with Hudson. He also said it is, quote, frustrating when you try, you have so many steps in place and you know somebody is in danger. You know there's a clear and present danger, yet the court has no option but to let this person back out into our community, end quote.
Shadowed events. On this channel, we bring you the truth. Sometimes the truth is quite ugly, unbearable, and you just don't want to deal with it. But on this channel, you're going to get it anyway. You are straddling between the fence of good versus evil, right versus wrong. And on this channel, we're going to tell you to do better. Let's go. Please subscribe to the channel. It is free. Like or dislike the videos. Thanks. Take a look at this guy. He is 45-year-old Adam Bennefield. He is currently wanted for questioning in the murder of his 40-year-old wife, Keaira Hudson. Keaira was shot and killed on Wednesday morning on the corner of Richlawn and Shawnee Avenue in Buffalo, New York. He allegedly beat her in a video that she posted on Facebook on September the 28th, which came from the cameras inside her home. That video is approximately 7 to 8 minutes long, and it is very hard to watch. It really is, because she was such a tiny lady, and he's such a big guy, and the way that he was punching and hitting that lady, you would think that he was punching on another man. But I promise you, he wouldn't even try to fight another man, because he's a coward. Anybody that sit up there and beat up on women like that, you're a coward. You're only hitting women because you won't fight a man. At any rate, this man here is wanted for questions for the shooting of his wife. She was shot and killed in front of her children. She was in the process of taking her children to school that morning when she was shot and fatally killed. If you know anything about this guy, his whereabouts, he is approximately 5 feet 11, 160 pounds. Please call Crime Stoppers at 716-867-6161. Or you can go to the Crime Stoppers mobile app and submit a tip there. We need to get him off of the street, because it is of my opinion that he probably was the one that killed his wife, allegedly, based on the video that I have watched over and over and over of him beating his wife in her home. Please help get him off of the street. And if you are family or friends of his and you're hiding him, shame on you. You need to turn him in, because he is dangerous. And he is considered armed and dangerous. Let's get him off of the streets. On September the 28th, she posted this sensitive content, and her capture is, "This is what this man does to me, but I'm always treated like I'm the abuser." And you will get a chance to see in this video of what happened to her on September the 28th. The following content can be disturbing to some people, so viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to warn everybody that this video is very hard to watch. It was very hard for me to watch, and it was approximately 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes. This is really sad how he beat her and hit her and kicked her. So, viewer discretion is advised. It's not for some people will take this kind of hard, because I know I did. But it's important that we put videos like this out in the public, because a lot of these people that are abused are afraid to speak up. They're abused behind closed doors. They are controlled, and you have someone that want to control you, that don't know how to control their own feelings and their emotions, and want to treat you bad, but would have a real bad problem if somebody beat them and kicked them the way that he's doing his wife. And don't forget, she just had a baby for him. They have a newborn, and also he killed her allegedly in front of her 3 children, in front of a school bus. Don't forget about that. And after this video, there will be footage of when he held his ex-girlfriend at gunpoint, her and her friend, 15 years ago, which is why he did 15 years in jail. So this is habitual for him. He's probably been treating women like this for a long time, even when he was a teenager. So this needs to be brought to the forefront so people can understand how domestic violence, domestic abuse work. And this lady was definitely afraid for her life. I truly believe that. It looked like he's snapping pictures of her. I don't know exactly what he's doing with the phone. But can you just imagine having somebody that big beating on you, you know, there is nothing you can do to defend yourself from this guy right here. I feel sorry for that young lady, because I'm sure she was just terrified of his ass. And here she's thinking that she done found the love of her life, you know, and she end up with a damn monster from hell, just as evil can be.
Thank you. Adam Bennefield is no stranger to law enforcement. His brushes with the law and court system date back decades.
The News 4 Investigates team is looking into this. Luke Moretti has the latest.
Adam Bennefield's past includes an escape from a local jail and a violent domestic incident with an ex-girlfriend. Back in March 2000, Bennefield was armed with a shotgun when he abducted his estranged girlfriend and another woman on the Kensington Expressway before leading police on a high-speed chase. He was 22 at the time of the incident. Then, in September of the same year, while awaiting trial, he escaped from the Erie County Correctional Facility in Alden by climbing over a 15-foot wall. He eventually surrendered to law enforcement after a 19-hour manhunt. Here's what he told reporters as he was taken into custody.
The reason for all this is because I wanted to get some help. The doctors refused to give me any help. As you see, I slipped my wrist, and I just wanted to get some help. Nobody wanted to help me.
Bennefield pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of second-degree attempted kidnapping and first-degree escape. In November 2000, he was sentenced to serve time in state prison. On Thursday, Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia was asked about it.
When he was convicted, he served, I believe it was 15 years for that. It's my understanding he got released from prison in 2015.
Now, he's back on the radar of law enforcement, wanted as a person of interest in a fatal shooting Wednesday morning in the city. And according to police, Bennefield is possibly armed and considered dangerous. Luke Moretti, News 4.
As Hudson's family searches for answers, police continue to search for her husband. Olivia Proya, live in Cheektowaga tonight, where police just gave us an update. Olivia.
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, Chief Gold of the Cheektowaga Police Department just told us about how this issue within Cheektowaga started. It started back on September 28th when police were called to the family's home for a complaint that Adam had punched Keaira in the face, and police were called to deal with that situation. When they got there, Bennefield was locked in the bathroom. Once he came out of the bathroom, he was brought to ECMC for a medical and a psychological evaluation. During that time, they issued a warrant for his arrest, and on Thursday, a domestic violence advocate made contact with Keaira. And she showed her a video of the injuries and the actual assault that took place. The domestic violence advocate told her to send that video to police. By Friday, they still had not had the video and arranged for a meeting with the victim on Monday. By Tuesday, the suspect turned himself in, and he was arraigned and released because the charges that were put against him did not qualify for bail. Police say that is frustrating.
New York State is the last state that doesn't take into account the dangerousness of a defendant to the community when considering bail. That is something that we've asked for. That is something that we will continue to ask for, and we hope that our elected officials consider those changes.
Commissioner Gramaglia from the Buffalo Police Department was also present here today. He said that Adam Bennefield is a person of interest in this homicide that took place yesterday. They consider him armed and dangerous. They have no information of if he's suicidal at this point, but they do believe he is local and have full efforts to find him. In Cheektowaga, Olivia Proya, 7 News.
All right, thank you, Olivia. Also tonight, Crime Stoppers in Buffalo offering up to $7,500, a reward here for information that leads to Adam Bennefield's arrest. You can find much more about this search and also about Keaira Hudson. All available right now at WKBW.com.
And help is available for anyone in an abusive relationship 24 hours a day. You can call Erie County Child and Family Services at 884-6000. There's also the Family Justice Center at 558-7233. We also have these numbers on WKBW.com.
On February the 22nd, Keaira wrote, "This really was the best day of my life. Never felt more beautiful, special, loved. I got a lifetime friend partner who loves me with every breath. He has given me a beautiful dream wedding. I love you, Adam, forever." And she really thought that he loved her. I truly believe she felt that at the time when she got married. To find out some months later that he was a true monster. She was a very beautiful bride, and she looks extremely happy dancing with her husband of a lifetime back then, not realizing that some months down the road that she wouldn't even be here to explain to everybody what all that he did to her. I am very sure that this wasn't the first time that he hurt this lady. But the thought of her saying this was her dream partner, you know, that she really cared about and that she felt like he really did love her with every breath in his body. And then for him to turn around and treat this lady the way he treated her, it's just so sad. She looked so beautiful in her wedding dress. She looked extremely happy. I would say that he even looked happy. But unfortunately, there's just an evil monster that's living inside of him that, you know, he couldn't keep his hands to himself. And now this beautiful woman is gone. She left 3 children behind, one of them of which is his, a newborn. I am sure that I will never understand why someone will want to go and hurt someone so badly, mentally, physically, in any other manner. Why you just can't walk away? Why you have to go hurt somebody? And to the force that he was hitting her and all in her face, kicking her and all that, you know, that's a lot of hate up in there. You know, for someone to be walking around carrying all that hatred in their heart, that's even worse. And then you have to live with that person. I'm sure she was walking on eggshells, didn't know what to say, what not to say, what to do. I mean, that's just a terrible place to be in. And you have children in the house that are watching this behavior. It's just a sad situation, and people need to stop. Y'all have to do better with your life, because you're just doing some stupid stuff and landing yourself in jail and making a moment decision to be a lifetime situation. You need to stop and keep your damn hands to yourself. May this beautiful woman rest in peace, and may her children have a life, some type of life, because they will be without their mother and their father. You know, I hope that the oldest can block this out of her memory of how she last seen her mother, or he last seen his mother. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But may this beautiful woman rest in peace, and I'm glad you left footage behind to show what your husband was doing to you behind closed doors.
Now, Buffalo police and Crime Stoppers need your help tracking down this man in connection to a deadly shooting that happened near ECMC this morning. This is 45-year-old Adam Bennefield. Police say he may be armed and is dangerous. You should call 911 if you see him. Crime Stoppers is offering up to $2,500 for information that leads police to him tonight. The Erie County Sheriff's Office says Bennefield is a person of interest in the death of Keaira Hudson, the mother of 3, shot in front of her children this morning on Richlawn Avenue. We spoke with her family today, who told us the disturbing details of domestic violence they say she suffered leading up to her murder.
That she said that she needed her vest. She just got a vest in yesterday. She had it on, and she took a picture in it last night and said, if this isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is. Buffalo Police Department.
Montasia Jeter says this was the last photo of her sister, Keaira Hudson, alive, taken last night strapping on this bulletproof vest, living in fear of her partner, Adam Bennefield. Jeter says her sister was in an abusive relationship.
She zipped up her bulletproof vest this morning and said, my mom asked her, why are you putting that vest on? She said, because, Mom, he's going to kill me. You don't understand.
Moments after loading up her 3 children in her SUV to take them to school Wednesday morning and leaving her mother's house where she was staying as a safe haven, Jeter says Bennefield slammed into her car from the front, causing her to crash, walked around the driver's side, and shot her, all in front of a school bus and Hudson's children.
She's just been trying to get help. I've been with her, going to police stations. She's been texting me, sending me videos, giving me her phone password just in case anything She gave me her cell phone password just in case I need to get into her phone.
Police are now looking for 45-year-old Bennefield in connection with her murder. Police say he is armed and dangerous. Crime Stoppers offering a $2,500 reward for any information leading to an arrest. Jeter says her sister has documented the abuse on social media, recently posting a nearly 8-minute video on Facebook of her being beaten in her home. What police and eyewitnesses say happened Wednesday has eerie similarities to a crime 22 years ago. In 2000, Bennefield slammed a stolen car into the car being driven by an ex-girlfriend on the 33 and forced her and a friend inside his car at gunpoint. He then led police on a high-speed chase before one of the women jumped out of the moving car at 50 miles an hour. 6 months later that year, police say Bennefield escaped the Alden Correctional Facility for 19 hours.
Everybody was trying to help her, and this is what happens.
Hudson's ex-boyfriend and father of one of her children telling our Leah Lando he's appalled by this situation.
I know he was arrested a couple days ago for domestic violence.
I think your daughter was in that car.
Yes, she was.
And she saw what happened.
Yes, she did. And there was 2 other kids in the car, a newborn and a 5-year-old.
The kids are okay tonight. It's important to note Buffalo police have not officially named Bennefield a suspect in this shooting. Again, if you think you know where he is, you've got to call 911 immediately.